That was close.
It's May 21st, 2024, and my chase partner Chris and I are chasing a rapidly strengthening tornado south of the town of Morton Mills, Iowa.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
But there's a problem. The rapidly approaching tornado is moving from right to left relative to our position, a clear sign that if the tornado stays on this track, we will fall behind the storm and our chase will be over. With no other choice, Chris and I are forced to start driving east to try to stay ahead of the tornado's path in a dangerous race against time.
Yeah, I know. Wow, it's still on the ground. Beautiful, beautiful tornado. Tons of positive cloud to ground lightning strikes all around us. Took some pretty big hailstones there as well. Wow. Gorgeous tornado. Wow.
Holy cow. Gorgeous tornado.
After driving several miles, Chris and I have started to close the gap to the approaching tornado, but it's at this moment that things go wrong in a big way. While Chris and I race east to stay ahead of the tornado, both of us lose reception on our phones, eliminating any way for us to communicate with each other and causing us to get separated, beginning a chain of events that will turn this storm into the most dangerous storm I've ever chased.
We're going back. He can keep going.
Incredible tornado on the ground right now. It's fully down. Which way is this thing moving?
After driving several miles, I stop again to film the tornado as it approaches my location. I was in the perfect position to watch the now monster EF3 strength tornado pass directly in front of me.
Right to left. I don't think we can stay here.
However, as the tornado approaches, it begins to make a hard right turn to the east, forcing me to try and reposition to stay ahead of the storm's path, knowing if the tornado got too close, I had multiple escape routes I could use to turn away from the tornado's path. But without any cell service, I'm forced to continue the chase without any radar data, greatly magnifying the danger.
There's our turn. We need to go back that way. Let's try this road and see if it doesn't make any sense.
However, as I drive northeast to stay ahead of the first tornado, another large and extremely violent tornado forms north of the town of Corning, Iowa, moving to the northeast at a blazing 60 miles per hour, heading right for my location. Impossible to see through the heavy rain, and without any radar data to help me, I have no idea I'm about to drive directly into the path of death incarnate.
Hello?
Hello, where are you, dude?
I am... I don't know, where am I? 310th Street. Come on, Google Maps load. I'm somewhere on the grid south of 92. I'm just to the southwest of Greenfield.
Oh, southwest of Greenfield?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm working my way up to Greenfield. Be careful, you're a lot closer.
Yeah, no, it's probably right behind me somewhere. Man, that 360 time lapse is gonna be sick.
Do you think, do you have a view of it right now?
No, it's like crazy raining right now. I don't know if this is RFD or what this is, but there's something back behind me. Oh, is that it? I can't see whatever it is crossing behind me. Oh my god, I think that's it.
Be careful, dude.
Yeah, I'm flooring it. Jesus Christ.
Is it gonna go south of Greenfield, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's it. Dude, that was close. I didn't think it was that close. Dude, that missed me by like half a mile. Maybe not even that. Holy crap.
Struggling to keep my car on the road in the intense winds and rain, the core of the tornado passes less than a mile behind me over the same stretch of road I'd been driving on just 30 seconds earlier, obliterating a home with a family trapped inside, tossing vehicles hundreds of yards through the air, tearing down a wind turbine, and scouring the earth. I was lucky to be alive, but many others would not be so fortunate. As I made my escape to the east, the tornado, with winds now in excess of 300 miles per hour, strikes the town of Greenfield, causing horrific damage as the violent winds devastated everything in their path. Vehicles were tossed considerable distances through the air, trees were badly debarked, businesses were destroyed, and dozens of homes were leveled, with some being completely swept away. A mobile Doppler radar scanning the tornado nearby observed winds between 309 and 318 miles per hour as the tornado ripped through the town, among the highest winds ever observed on our planet. The tornado would ultimately claim the lives of 5 people and seriously injure 35 others before dissipating east of town, cementing its legacy as one of the worst tornadoes to strike the state of Iowa and one of the strongest tornadoes in recorded history.